guys, we're here today with a product that a company reached out to us to send. We were actually in the market for a plasma cutter, and you know, it was a blessing that they reached out to us. It came at a really good time. This company, I'm not 100% sure how to say it correctly. I don't know if it's Vevor or Vevor. If you haven't seen our other video, we made a video last summer about our industrial ice machine we have here in the shop. It produces ice like, I think it's like 10 pounds every 24 hours or so. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out right here. We go into a lot of details about it. I'm not going to go into details on it right here. This video is strictly for this 50 cut P plasma cutter. We're really excited to get in here and try it out. I've already got it unboxed. First initial thoughts is the lead here. This lead is really surprising on how quality it feels. You know, I don't know, try to get it in here so you guys can see it. It is a no-touch arc. You don't have to touch, you don't have to touch the metal with the nozzle there in order to get it to arc off, so it is a no-touch. I kind of like that a little bit better than a touch myself. Of course, they sent you the ground lead. Sent more nozzles and consumables, as well as another guard there to keep you the proper height off the material that you're cutting. Sent a pressure regulator with a water separator. That's a nice little addition to have there. Of course, the bracket. Then these are just brackets here that go on top of the machine. They also sent the screws for that to hold the leads and the ground wire when you're not using it. What I thought was awesome about this package, they sent the Teflon tape that you need for all of your air fittings. That way you don't have to go hunting around the shop to find that little small roll of Teflon tape that you've had for 20 years that's about dry rotted. And sent plenty of hose here for your airline connections. I don't think you should need this much, but in case you do, they sent plenty. The machine comes up. Of course, it's 220 right off the bat. They do send this nice little adapter though to adapt it down to 110 if that's all you have in your shop. I believe, if I remember correctly, 220 will go up to a 1/2 inch steel plate. 110, I believe it recommends it around 3/8 or somewhere in that vicinity. I'll have to look to double check, but we're gonna try it on 220 right off the bat. That's what we have here in the shop, so that's what we're gonna use. I'm gonna get this thing assembled, get it put together, plug it in, and we're gonna give it a shot. If you are interested in this plasma cutter here, we're gonna have a link in the description where you receive 5% off. It is a commission back, so make sure you check it out if you're in the market for a plasma cutter. I'm gonna get it in here, get it assembled, get it put together, and we're gonna do some test cuts and see what we think about it. So stick around. Hey guys, so I've already got it plugged up here on 240. This is just some 1/8 inch square tubing we had laying around the shop here. Honestly, I've already made a test cut, and I strictly just plugged it into the wall. I didn't do anything to the settings. I just plugged it in and it cut great. Best thing about it being a no touch start, to me, you don't have to worry about rust or paint. You just pull the trigger and there it is, it's ready to go. So right now I've got it set at 20 amps at 30 PSI, which this gauge here doesn't have PSI. That's really my only complaint with it so far. So I got it set right here for an 1/8 inch steel. I'm gonna make a cut real quick and see if it kind of cleans everything up or see how it does. So here we go. So I don't feel like that's blowing. I feel like that's too low a pressure. Let's crank the PSI up a little bit, see what happens. Nah, definitely not. Don't like that at all. Take it up to 30 amps. got a lot of, it cleaned all the slag out, it cleaned everything out. I'll show you. You can see all the slag there that built up when the amps and the PSI wasn't quite high enough, I didn't feel like. It actually kind of gummed up on the end of the nozzle and the guide stick there, or the height guide. So maybe that's something that I'll have to just play with in the settings. Like I said, that was just kind of a rough estimate of what everybody recommended starting out with 1/8" steel. And but like I said, right out of the box, so this thing cut really good. It just kind of struggled when I dropped the PSI in my amps. So let me try to cut this side over here and see what it does. Yeah, that's cleaning it out a whole lot more. It's not leaving the slag. Making a good, nice, clean cut. And of course, that's just me, where I don't really have a steady hand, where it's kind of jagged and all. I mean, if you had a good steady hand, it would probably be a lot cleaner. But we'll go out here into the junk pile and see if I can find some flat sheet and try that. And I'll catch you guys back up in just a second. All right, guys. So I couldn't really find any good scrap metal that would give a good demonstration, but I did have some of this 1/8" aluminum angle. You can see that I've kind of played cutting it, beveled the edges. Obviously, I mean, I still got to play with the settings to get it set just right. But I mean, this thing is probably one of my most favorite things that we've got sent to us so far. Found some 083 tubing here. It kind of blew up on the end there because the tube started rolling. I didn't have it clamped, and it kind of just blowed all that slag up on top of the tubing. But you know, I mean, it looks like this could actually be broke off. Yeah, I mean, it's just slag, drawage, slag, whatever you want to call it. But definitely think some more fine tuning with the settings and the adjustments. I think this thing would be a great asset to have. I think it retails for right at $200. Like I said, there'll be a link in the description for this Vevor plasma cutter. Be sure you use the code capital discount 23, receive 5% off, as well as 5% commission to our channel to help us continue to grow this channel. This is the Vevor Cut 50P. Like I said, it'll go all the way up to 50 amps cutting, and it's got some small, just kind of some little charts to go there by, but it's all in the metric. 6 to 8 millimeters, 10 to 12, 14 mil, up to 65 psi there. So if the metric system is your thing, everything's set up for metric. If you're converting everything over to PSI or inches or whatever, you may have to do some converting and some math, but that's okay. That's no big deal. Be sure you check us out all right there. Give us a couple of likes, shares, subscribes. Check that out. We're gonna get this cleaned up. We got a couple other things we got to do today. Once I get some more time, I'll play with the settings on this machine here, and I'll give you guys a follow-up review. So far, this thing is phenomenal. I believe for $200, it's a very fair price for what it does. Like I said, I really like the no-touch start. Very simple to put together. I'll show you how I put it together. I don't think I did that. So that long air hose that they sent, I just cut it down to the supplied barb fitting. They sent the hose clamps, Teflon tape. I ran it to this barb fitting where it says gas. I mean, obviously you can use gas or air. Use the supplies hose clamp. Then I used a little brass quick connect fitting. Used the supplied Teflon tape, but this was my fitting. They sent another barb fitting. I just wanted it. I thought it would be easier to have it quick connect. And then your air regulator, you push it down to lock it, you pull it up to adjust it. And as I said, you've got your water trap there to let the water water out of the separator. I do like that when you shut the machine off, it does continue letting the fan run for just a minute or two longer to help cool the machine down, that way to kind of keep the overheating down. Once again, the leads, all quality leads. Everything feels good in your hands. It don't feel like cheap junk. So 100% A+ on this machine. Like I said, once I play with the settings more and give a follow-up review, I'll let you guys know what I do to it to make it work. But we were in the market for one. This came at a great time, and I believe future projects that we have coming up, I believe you guys are going to enjoy seeing us use this. So Vevor, check out the link below. Use discount code 23, all capital letters, for your 5% off to order one. And we'll catch you guys back next time as we're back out in the shop. Right now we got some other things we got to take care of today. If you hadn't already, like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you guys next time. Appreciate it.